leaders have wished Prime Minister on his birthday. Yes.
All right, Arzu, stay on with us. We have more updates coming in. Now, the permanent representative of India to the United Nations in New York, Ambassador Harish, has given a statement stating that India and Afghanistan share a civilizational relationship and that India has a paramount interest in ensuring peace and stability in Afghanistan. He further stated that India's commitment to Afghanistan's reconstruction is demonstrated through more than 500 development partnership projects across all provinces. He further added that India was among the first countries to provide humanitarian assistance and that we immediately delivered 1,000 family tents and 15 tons of food supplies to the affected provinces of Afghanistan. He lastly stated, and I quote, "The international community must coordinate efforts towards ensuring that entities and individuals designated by the UN Security Council, the ISIL and Al-Qaeda and their affiliates, including Lashkar-e-Toiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, along with those who facilitate their operations, no longer exploit the Afghan territory for terrorist activities," unquote. Let's in fact listen in to the soundbite.
Monitoring the security situation in Afghanistan. The international community must coordinate efforts towards ensuring that entities and individuals designated by the UN Security Council, the ISIL and Al-Qaeda and their affiliates, including Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed, along with those who facilitate their operations, no longer exploit Afghan territory for terrorist activities. On the political front, India's External Affairs Minister has spoken twice with the acting Foreign Minister of Afghanistan. We welcome the strong condemnation of the Pahalgam terrorist attack of 22nd April 2025 by the Afghan side. Mr. President, any coherent policy to address a post-conflict situation must combine incentivizing positive behavior and disincentivizing harmful actions. Focusing only on punitive measures is unlikely to meet desired results. The United Nations and the international community has adopted more nuanced approaches in other post-conflict contexts. Afghanistan needs a fresh approach, with hitherto unused policy instruments to support its people who are in such a dire need. A business-as-usual approach is only expected to maintain the status quo, which is not good for Afghanistan and unlikely to meet the expectations of the international community for the people of Afghanistan. After more than 4 years of living under a sanctioned regime, the Afghan people have not seen much scope for enhanced development assistance and cooperation. The most unfortunate earthquake has made the situation even more dire. This is the time.
Now, Arzu, what we're seeing in this statement is that India has reiterated its support for peace, stability and development in Afghanistan and for the Afghan soil not to be exploited through terrorist activities in their region. So in terms of the ties between India and Afghanistan and the diplomacy that we are seeing, what more can you share with us?
Well, definitely, India's permanent representative to the UN, Ambassador Harish, has emphasized the need for coordinated global action to prevent terrorist groups like ISIL, Al-Qaeda, Lashkar-e-Taiba and others for exploiting Afghan territory. And he welcomed Afghanistan condemnation of the April 22, 2025 Pahalgam terror attack and stressed that a business-as-usual approach would not sacrifice in addressing Afghanistan's challenges. So definitely the international community must work together to prevent terrorist activities in Afghanistan. So there is again a message that has been given to the world to come together against the terrorist activities, against the terrorism, so that the entire country can be prevented from its bad effects. And Afghanistan faces a perfect storm of overlapping crises, including a humanitarian severe humanitarian situation with over 23 million people requiring assistance. Also, the Taliban policies amount to general apartheid, for suffocating a whole generation of girls with restrictions on education, employment and freedom of movement. So definitely there has been a response that has been given, the statement that has been given by the India's permanent representative to the UN.
All right, Arzu, thank you so much for joining us on the telecast. Meanwhile, Leader of Opposition in Lok Sabha, Rahul